Hi, hello everyone. Good day. Very nice to be here. Thank you. I'm actually very excited to be here. I don't know, maybe some maybe recognize me. I was a shaliach a few years ago for the ZFA in the Central Synagogue in Sydney. And today I work for Destination Israel as a programs director. Today I present a very short presentation. I'll leave some time for questions about our programs that we have to offer. And yeah, hopefully to see you in whatever program, which program you choose to see you in Israel. I'm going to share my screen with you and kind of go over presentation. Feel free to ask any questions. I really try to keep it short and to the point. So like I said, my name is Alon. I've been working since actually I finished my shlichut, came to Israel, started working for Destination Israel. We are basically a Masa accredited organizer, and we run different programs. Destination Israel is actually just the English speaking department of a much bigger company. We run different programs for 4, 5, or 10 months. Just who we are basically, like I said, we are an organizer and we specialize specifically in career development programs. So all our programs that today I'll present you are basically focused on career development. I can tell you I have many of my participants who actually got offered a job after their program ended. Sometimes it could have been, sometimes in some cases it's their own company that they interned in, or sometimes just like they found a job following the program with the experience that they received. So just to kind of go over what the programs include, all of the programs, okay? We basically focus on, like I said, like on career development. We have an internship program, a fast track and remote. They basically all include, the internship specifically includes a placement in an Israeli company, networking with Israeli peers and other internationals on the program, mentorship, specific workshops that we run throughout the program specifically to advance your career, an international experience. I'll speak about that soon. Obviously the culture, operational, that's kind of pretty much simple and then straightforward with all Masa programs. Obviously, we go on trips. We have options to do Hebrew Pan. The early bird special, we have different activities within Tel Aviv, like a gym or surfing, or different activities that you can choose of, and then add another aspect to your program. In terms of housing, this is the big difference, really. When you sign up to the program, you have four different housing options. So you can choose go independent and just, if you have an apartment in Tel Aviv or you want to rent by yourself, that's great. But you can choose 3 different options. You can be in Aleph, which will be like around Yafo, or second is Florentine, South Tel Aviv. And the third option is very close to Sarona. So we also have, that's actually the favorite option, most popular option that we have among our participants to go to the Gimel housing, the most expensive one. So you can choose, really the cost of the program will kind of depend on the type of housing that you choose. The program obviously includes medical insurance, Metro Pass, the staff support activities, and so on and so on. I kind of want to jump forward to who are the participants who come in our program. We're a very big program. Like this coming session next week, we're starting a new session in August. We're going to have 70 participants coming on this session alone. And then we have another session in October, and then in January. So roughly at any given time, we have around 140 participants roughly in the country. So you really get to meet a lot of people. The ages varies between 18 to 35 for 4 to 5 month session. Majority of people, I would say, come between like the ages of 20 to 24. That's kind of like the majority where people come from. And in terms of countries, we have really, the program is very international. We have participants coming from all around the world, including Australia. I'll speak about that in this slide. So this is, I think, like one of the kind of most unique features in our programs. We have participants coming from Brazil, from Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, the US, Canada, Australia. We have participants from Germany, France, UK, South Africa, literally everywhere around the world. I can tell me a country, I'll tell you who is the participant who came from there. Even this session now that we have in Israel, we have a participant from Armenia. That's the first time we ever had. but it really creates this international community that you get to meet and explore like other cultures. You get to live with people from around the world. I think this is like one of the really most important features that every single session, like our participants state that this was like the most significant part of this experience, like really meeting people from around the world. So like I said, in terms of our housing, this is a picture of our housing in the Gindi complex in Tel Aviv. It's 2 minutes away from Sarona Market. So if you know the area, that's like very, very central Tel Aviv. But we have also options in Florentine and also in Yafo, a more less expensive options. In terms of these specific ones, also the buildings themselves, they're secure building with a guard. So if this is something that's really important for you, that's also obviously an option. These are the companies that our interns are, some of the companies that our interns can intern at. It really depends on the field that you're interested. If you're interested in high-tech or education or architecture, like our program advisors will do the best to find the option that is really good for you to advance your career. The idea is that you be able to go and finish it. Once you finish this program, you will have a significant advantage to others by doing an internship abroad. And this is a very, very unique, very unique opportunity and a very unique set of skills, again, to adjust to a new culture, adjust to Israeli culture and different work culture abroad. So I can really tell you, like from our participants, from our alumni, like sometimes the bad thing is that they actually they have so much fun and they have so much experience that they gain in their workplace that they actually choose to stay. So I don't know, sometimes it's bad for the parents because they want their kids close to home. In terms of our remote program, this is another option that we have. Again, it's also focused on career development. If you already have a job in Australia, for example, and you still want to go on a program, this is still an option, and you don't want to give up on your job, that's still an option. You obviously need to set this up with your work, that they understand, if you want, obviously, that you can that you will work remotely, but you can potentially come to Israel to still do a program. One of the things that is included within the remote program is a co-working space. It's called SOC. It's like similar to WeWork. So these are the pictures from the workplace that we work at, and the remote participants can choose. They have really, really nice accommodation, really nice facilities, meeting rooms, phone booths, things like that. If you need to have, if you need to book like a room for yourself, for example, happy hours. There's a really also nice community there of working people. What else? This is also can be included in the program, obviously the UPAN. So depends on your level of Hebrew. We'll put you in a specific group, and then you can have, again, UPAN with other internationals within your group. That's, again, optional if you choose to have that. Again, this is pretty straightforward, like the trips and everything. But just imagine, again, going not to on a trip, not just with Australians or not just with Americans, but really internationals from everywhere around the world. We also, one of our trips is we go to 3 days to Eilat. Our last trip to Eilat was, when was that? That was in May. We went with 3 buses, 137 participants. I can tell you that that just feels really, really amazing to see so many people speaking different language and all year in Israel and having the best time of their life. So that's very special. Obviously, with opportunities that when you come to Israel as part of a Masa program, Masa also offers, this is something they already covered, but leadership conferences, weekend trips, and meet other people from other programs. Yeah, what else? These are some of the testimonies, very successful ones. Some people even got married, somebody from Brazil and Turkey that they met here in Israel. So it's very, very special. I really urge you to check our Facebook, our Instagram page. We're constantly uploading different activities and different updates from what's happening on the ground. That's it, really. Again, whatever program you choose, as a former Shaliach, I'll say, see you in Israel. It doesn't matter which program you choose. The most important that you get here. These are my details if you want to have further information. Like I said, my name is Alon. I'm the programs director of Destination Israel. That's my email and my WhatsApp. You can message me. Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Alon. If you guys have any questions, please pop them in the chat. We'll give you guys a minute or so just to get typing. Okay, so we have one question. Program start dates and lengths. Could you elaborate on how long the program is and when it starts and ends?
Sorry, again, can you repeat the question?
So in terms of just the date of the program, when it starts and when the program ends and how long approximately the programs are?
Really, it really depends. If you were talking about the internship program, specifically, that's the biggest one. We're talking about 4.5 to 5 months, depends on the session. We have sessions opening throughout the year, January, March, August, and October. The coming one in August starts on August 22nd and ends on January 4th. So usually it's like January session, for example, will be suitable for probably most Australians at the beginning of the year. That's like the beginning of January. I think it's like 8th or 10th of January.
Okay, thank you. And is Destination Israel on the Masa Gap Year page?
Yes, you just have to choose, like, if you go to the Masa page and choose your program, if you choose under specifically internship or remote, and then you find that there is like a new process now, basically, is that you choose your internship through the Masa page, and then it will show you the different organizers. It will be very easy to find because we're actually #1 on the rating, so it will appear as #1. But if you can do that, or just simply send me a message, that's also okay. My email address is alon@destinationisrael.com.
Would you mind just putting that slide with your contact details up really quickly? If anyone needs to take a screenshot or a photo of this, do so now, please. I'm sure Alon can also post this in the chat if anyone needs. In the meantime, what does your program do on Shabbat?
Okay, so this is a very good question. The program, as we openly say it, it's a semi-independent program. So we obviously have activities. The core of the program is really the internship that you do throughout the week. We're talking about 25 to 35 hours a week. And you obviously have, between that time, you also have trips and activities and so on. We call it semi-independent program because you do have the time to explore by yourself and go to other places. In terms of the program running specifically on Shabbat, no, we don't run. We sometimes have Shabbat dinners, group Shabbat dinners, things like that. But usually what our fellows do is they just host Shabbat dinners by themselves with the participants around them. We're talking about, like I said, like a huge community of internationals within their area. Groups, like each session, we're talking about 60 to 70 participants. So usually during Shabbat, they will either we sometimes connect them to host families. That's also an option. So you can go to a Shabbat dinner with an Israeli family in Tel Aviv, or sometimes they just do by themselves. That's also a great option.
Awesome. And then are there any opportunities for internships in the field of like justice, things like that?
Yes, we do have an option. There is like a joint program that we have in Jerusalem. I didn't go into the details there because we really have so many internships, but one of them is with the Jerusalem Institute of Justice. Just send me a message and like we can start from there, and I can explain a bit more about that, but there is an option. There is an option to do that. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Alon. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to message Alon directly, or alternatively send us an email, and we'll try and put you in contact with the right people. So thank you so much. We will wait.
Thank you. Don't forget to write your email in so people can also copy it. Thank you.